Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Two Shot Tuesday, and not just any episode, because if there's a man who likes to call out a holiday when we're recording, but is in the past when our audience is consuming, it's Barry T. Nixon. Barry, what holiday are you calling out today?
Well, if it's not obvious, I'll give you one more shot. Today is St. Patrick's Day at the time of this record, Jay, a very important global holiday, if you will. It's only, I think, an actual day off in Ireland. It's not a day off here in Canada. However, it is celebrated around the world and with good reason.
Yeah, because we're celebrating the Irish. We should fill in that reason.
Yeah.
The Irish. They've done a lot. I'm part of the Irish community. Are you part of the Irish community, Barry?
In a manner of speaking.
Okay,
my wife is
she's
half Irish, so I've,
okay.
I guess you could say I've married into it. But
So you're married into it.
My roots are all from the UK, as I told you before. I did the 23andMe, and I'm 73% from that island. So what do you know? Got to be some Irish in there somewhere.
Well, I've got some Irish in me as well. As you know, it shows up right in my last name, Riley.
It sure does.
The Hungarian half hides in the background, but the Irish part is on full display, especially on this day. I want us to do a shot, and then I want you to think back to maybe a fun St. Patrick's Day that you had, and we'll start the show talking about that. All right? Let's consume. What have you got for your first shot? As you know, we have a format on the show.
Yeah, I'm over the moon excited. I couldn't help but share this with you mere moments ago. As you know, my local has been a desert for Jameson Black Barrel. Well, my friend, that has ended today. I walked in and there was three facings, I think is how you call it.
Yeah.
Three facings of Black Barrel. And I was just like, where am I? Is this heaven? I fell to my knees. Jay, I reached up, I grabbed a bottle, I hightailed it to the cash. And I even said to the guy, at long last, look what's back. He's like, oh, you like this? I was like, yeah. And I've been wanting it to be back here forever. Anyway, it's finally here. Jameson Black Barrel. What have you got?
Fantastic. And I stopped not at my local, but at the one that was down the street from my office on my way back from our morning meeting. Yep. And I swung in there and I picked up one that's never at my local, but was certainly there. St. Kevin helping us ring in St. Patrick's Day with a fresh bottle of Glendalough. So
here's to you and our loyal audience. We love you on St. Patrick's Day. Cheers.
Happy week after. Ooh, first time the system's really had a shot of that in a while, isn't it?
Oh, man. But you know what? It remembers, Jay. The system remembers how good it was. It doesn't take long.
You're right.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Mine too.
So before we get into our favorite St. Patrick's Day, I think it's worth noting that St. Patrick is credited with driving the snakes out of Ireland back in the 1600s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, do we know whether snakes existed on the island before his arrival? We don't know.
You think he brought the snakes just to clear them out?
He might have. It might have been like that episode of Simpsons with the whacking day.
Like a charlatan.
I don't know.
Well, that's a bold way to start St. Patrick's Day.
It's pretty cool.
The snakes to clear them out.
Well, that's your interpretation. That's your surmise. I would say that it's kind of a cool story. He's also credited with bringing Christ to the island as well, because prior to that time, a lot of people who lived there were pagans. So he's credited with that as well.
So he brought Christ, cleared the snakes. That's nice.
Not bad.
Not bad. That's two big things.
They're huge. And the snake obviously is a big thing in the Bible. It was in the Garden of Eden, according to legend.
Yeah,
so it all ties up.
It really does.
I'm satisfied.
If he would have had some revelation, because that's the snake's Old Testament, Christ is New Testament, he could have got some revelation in there. Maybe he brought the rapture as well. Maybe at some point. Maybe that was undocumented. We could have got some revelations. And my mom, listening to this podcast right now, will be smiling because I know my Bible stories. Barry, let's talk about a fun St. Patrick's Day. I think we might have talked about this on a past episode of the show, but I think not on our YouTube episode, so they haven't seen us talk about a fun Patrick's Day, St. Patrick's Day.
Boy. Well, you have to kind of give me a second here for the hard drive to warm up because, there's been the thing about St. Patrick's Day, as much fun as it is, often moments are missed. And they're not missed because you weren't there. They're missed because you might have been stewed to the gills. And we've all been there. But anyway, I would say maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, Linda and I went to the Steam Whistle Roundhouse, and they have a truly legendary St. Patrick's Day party. It's where it's like completely packed. The only downside for us now, I mean, back then we loved it, but they're kind of only serve Steam Whistle beer. So you got to like Steam Whistle to go to the party. But when we went, we loved it. And it was really a great time. People were dressed up. There was a live band playing, Irish traditional music. It was really great. I had a blast.
Nice.
Yeah, we've done that a couple of times, but not, like I said, not in really recent memory.
You're
what
right.
about you?
The one question, would that be happening this year, like today? Would that be
I
a
think
thing?
it's happening. It might have probably happened on the weekend.
Saturday.
At the time of this recording, we're on our usual Tuesday schedule. So I think the party would have been on Saturday.
Right. Mine goes back a long time. I was still living in my condo at the time, and my friend Ryan and I went and we spent like a weekend or so in Fort Lauderdale. And so we went down there. But here's the thing. We flew back. This is back when I could do this. We flew back on St. Patrick's Day, landed, and I'm thinking of this day because it's so cold outside here in Toronto right now. We got an Arctic wind came in. Well, that St. Patrick's Day was so warm. We found ourselves landed, got home, changed, came back out, and met on a patio. I think it must have been a Saturday night, and we enjoyed that. So that was our St. Patrick's Day. From Fort Lauderdale, a weekend of drinking or whatever days it was, landed, changed, and we were on a patio on St. Patrick's Day.
Why couldn't I have known that Jason Riley? The guy who gets off an aircraft and goes immediately to a bar to continue his good times. Jay, I mean, I'm happy, but I'm also a little sad that I never knew that, Jason Riley.
Well,
it's not about me, though. It's about the holiday.
We enjoyed some time together this past weekend at the Wheat Sheaf, Toronto's oldest tavern.
Yeah, we sure did.
It was also, apparently it was Saturday prior to St. Patrick's Day, one of their most popular days, she was saying.
Like, when we were there on the Friday night. Yeah, exactly right. And
Friday.
She was teeing it up saying Saturday was going to be the big night, but it was a kind of a big night Friday too. As you may recall, we were asked to vacate the table that we had occupied originally because of a reservation, but they bounced us to a high top. And I got to tell you, Jay, once you go to a high top, you can't go back. I like the high top. It's great. You got a beautiful view of the bar. It's perfect.
The only issue for me, of course, is, when I first sat down was my chair was missing a place to put my legs. It was missing that little peg across the front to put my feet on. And so they were dangling, and I'm a tall man. I'm not used to my feet dangling.
You can't
but luckily, I spotted it was a defect in the chair. We moved it around. We got a correct chair. And I'm glad I got that story out because that's something that will likely light up the internet.
Yeah, oh, for sure. And you did say, hey, can you pass me that chair? And I was just not moving. And so I should have been more attentive. I should have helped you. I did hold your jacket, though, while you made the swap. So I feel like I contributed something. But you shouldn't have gone through all that hassle, Jay.
I was just asking for a little help. But you did give a little. Hey,
a little.
You've got a huge St. Patrick's Day update in terms of your 4K universe expanding. I'm setting you up. Setting you up so you'll remember this. All right.
Thank you.
Go
thank
ahead,
you.
Barry.
Yeah. I just got, first of all, I got to give a shout out to Rough Cut Video in Calgary, Alberta. I think it's sort of a family run shop. That's the impression that I get anyway. It doesn't seem to be a chain. It's certainly not Amazon.
No.
And
we love those guys.
I do. I've given them a good amount of business now, and that's sort of where I go now for case because they truly do have the best selection of the limited editions. They have no shortage of steel books. If that's what you like, that's what I like. That's what you like, Jay.
Our preferred format.
Our preferred format, yeah, and all the Arrow releases that are loaded with the non-disc swag. I need that in my life.
You do.
So
you need a booklet.
4 of them coming.
Yeah, you need a booklet with type that's far too small for the human eye to read. It's essential. Tell me about the 4 that are coming from Rough Cut Video. What's that website again? Roughcut.com?
.ca. Yeah, right. Yeah, .ca. So they're in Calgary, Alberta. Check them out, Rough Cut Video. And man, like I said, I've had nothing but a good experience with them. Everything that I've ordered has always arrived nicely, on time, no issues, no defects on the discs to report. Never had to return anything. As you know, Jay, I'm kind of being your tester for some of your Seinfeld episodes, and I'm happy to report I've not encountered anything. So
thank you.
Anyway,
the 4
that I got, number 1, Red Sonja, and you said this is going to be unwatchable. By the way, I read the review today. It came out. It's holding steady at 2.5 out of 5.
This is the original Red Sonja.
This is the original one with Brigitte Nielsen from 1985.
Good luck.
So but did I mention the non-disc swag?
I know you're going to love it. Schwarzenegger's in it. Yeah.
Salem's Lot is another one. And you also said that's going to be a 7-hour slog.
I think so.
who knows? It includes the mini-series as well as the theatrical version.
I didn't know there was
fully
a
restored. Obi Hooper, the guy who directed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, he did this.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I have high hopes. I don't remember seeing. I haven't seen it in years.
Yeah, I wouldn't have high hopes, but have some hopes. But
I got some hopes.
Number 3.
Number 3, Spaceballs.
I mean,
that is you can't go wrong. That has endless repeatability, and again, stuffed with non-disc swag. Jay, I need this. And the final thing, again, this is another one that has endless repeatability, just like the first 2 I mentioned. Endless. The Usual Suspects.
Endless, for sure.
Endless.
That is it. Great 100%. Movie. Non-disc swag with The Usual Suspects?
A little bit. It's the thinner release. You know, some of them are a little thicker, more book-like, more biblical in, the heft of the packaging. This one is not so much. This one is more like your Spawn special edition.
Very little in terms of maybe like a fold-out poster. But
which I think that's what I get here. Yeah. I'm happy with a fold-out poster. That'll never be folded out, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's nice to know it's there. It's nice to know it's there.
You know what else is here?
Yeah, our second shot.
All right.
Okay. You just keep teeing me up. You're throwing me lobs. This is the most fun episode we've ever done. Okay, Jay, going back to the well I'm so happy that it's back. I can't even express it. I'm choking on my own tongue here, trying to get it out.
Yeah.
Jameson Black Barrel.
Whew. You did it. St. Kevin, Glendalough. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you and yours, Barry.
Same to you, Jay. Cheers. Oh my goodness. That is there's something real special going on there.
There really is. Should we do a St. Patrick's Day ripped from the headlines?
Yeah, if we have one. Sure, let's go.
Of course we do. You sent me, I don't know if it's St. Patrick's Day, but you did send me some headlines. I'm going to, as usual, just scroll through them and pick one at random. Here's one. Oh, I think we're going to both enjoy this one.
Okay, good.
This, in our case, just happened this past weekend. Michael B. Jordan marks Oscars win with In-N-Out Burger.
I love this.
Tell me. Yeah.
Have you seen the video?
I have seen the video.
Circulating? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a still, and I thought that was AI generated. And then you sent me the video.
Yeah.
And it was real.
Yeah.
He did. What do you think of that?
I think that's amazing. That is a true man of the people move and he was still wearing like his probably Armani black tux. He looked great, but he just went and he wanted an American cheeseburger. And having tried In-N-Out Burger, I can tell you that was definitely a good move. The place went crazy as well. And he was signing autographs for all the staff that worked there. And he was taking photos. Yeah. And then he sat there at a booth by himself. Well, not by himself. He was surrounded by people, but it was like him at the booth. He had his burger and he had his statue on the table. And it was like, fuck, that's really cool, man. Like, my respect for him has gone up even more that he would think to. Now, he's not the first person to get a burger after an Academy Award. Hilary Swank did it, but she didn't do it with In-N-Out. I was reading a little bit about this today. She did it when she won for $1 Million Baby, but she went to another burger place.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. It's still pretty cool. Nice. But this is the first time in a while that, like the winner of the Best Actor category decided to pop into In-N-Out with, fresh from the show, and to get online I read, I don't know whether this is true, he got himself a triple burger. And I have even more respect for that if that's what he ended up getting.
I could totally see that, though. He's a big guy. He's working out all the time.
Absolutely. So now, I thought that was super cool.
I still have not been to an In-N-Out, even though in Phoenix, we drove right past an In-N-Out. And our Uber driver, she told us as she was driving us from the airport to the hotel, she said the number of people that ask for an In-N-Out stop from the airport, she said, I can't even count it. It's such a big thing when you go to the southwestern portion of the United States.
And to which you didn't pick up on that and say, can you bring us there right now,
I didn't do
please?
It. I was excited to get to the hotel.
Jay.
I'm sorry. I didn't do it. But Michael B. Jordan did it for all of us.
He did.
All right. One more, and then we're going to wrap. All right. Let's do this one here. An end to hay fever, the new wave of effective cures for seasonal allergies. Important as we get to spring, Barry.
Absolutely. And I suffer from allergies, as you know, during the month of May. I don't know whether that's true, though. I hope it is. I hope it's not fake news, because I would love it if one day, I could be off reacting for the entire month of May. You don't have any allergies, though, yourself, do you?
I totally do. I used to have hay fever bad as a kid. I used to be rubbing my eyes. They'd stick closed. It was terrible. It got better. As a kid. as a kid, and then it got better, and then it got worse again as I'm getting older. So but I carry on maybe a little bit longer, but much more mild than you. Like I can't even talk to you. I can't even look at you in the month of May. Like I don't want to look at you.
I'm grotesque. It's disgusting. I'm pussing, and it's not good. It's not good at all.
This is the first year. This is the first year that you're going to be featured on YouTube for the month of May. So you're going to want to get yourself some Reactant Plus or something, because
and an eye patch.
An eye patch for sure. 2 eye patches. 100%. Maybe like a sleep mask. You should probably
wear. That's a great idea. I have one. That's
what I want you to wear for the month of May. Just wear a sleep
month.
mask. We won't even address it. We pretend like it's not even happening.
Yeah, he's just visually impaired. Deal with it.
That's right. Now, because of the sleep mask. Why doesn't he take the mask off?
Well, he could, but that's just too logical.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Barry, how would you rate our St. Patrick's Day?
I'm having a great time. I don't know about you. I feel like you are having fun, but it is a little bit like herding cats. And you're like...
I am bringing you along this episode.
You are.
I do feel that. You feel it?
You do. Yeah, I feel it, because I feel like I'm perhaps a little further down the road of the drunkenness than you are. So
really? You've been drinking before the show?
I appreciate everything that you do, Jay. And
thanks. Now I know you're drunk.
Appreciate St. Patrick's Day. I know. After we hung out on Friday, I mean, just before you got in the cab, I told you I loved you. And then what did you do? You just started laughing.
I did.
You just laughed your ass off and walked away, said nothing. I was like, that is Jay, and that's straight out of a movie.
By the way,
he's not calling again. That's what that is.
By the way, we have a short that talks about you talking about love and the need for love in 2026 that has been viewed over 7,000 times. This is our most popular short. I encourage you to check out our channel if you're watching this episode. Go to the Two Shot Tuesday channel, scroll down to shorts. This one's been watched 7,000 times, Barry, which is a lot for you and I. Like, by a lot.
But also, doesn't that speak to people needing love, Jay?
It's
obviously a hot topic.
Obviously. And I think you are going to be the guru of love for the rest of 2026.
That's a lot to live up to.
It really is.
I'll do my best.
All right. Well, bring us home. Bring us home on this episode, because I love that.
And I got to say, you asked earlier about my favorite St. Patrick's Day. Well, I'll tell you something. It's right now. It's as we're sitting here in the moment, Jay. It's right now.
Right.
And audience, thank you for being with us. Thanks for sharing your time. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting. And Jay, you're amazing. That's all I can say. Happy St. Patrick's Day, whether you're celebrating right now, as we are, or in the past. We'll see you next week.
That's a great tie-up, Barry.
Thank you for listening to Two Shot Tuesday. The show is produced by Barry and I, and edited by me. If you have yet to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts, please take a second to do so now. It helps us grow, and it helps new audiences to find the show. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Two Shot Tuesday, and on Twitter at Two Shot Tuesday Podcast. Stop by, give us a follow, leave us a comment, and share your favorite episodes. If you have a question you'd like featured on the show, you can send us a text at 647-486-4848. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.